Welcome to the Warrior Way, the Woodhaven-Brownstown School District podcast where we talk about all things WBSD. My name is Mark Greathead, the superintendent of the Woodhaven-Brownstown Schools, and I'll be your host as we celebrate where we've been, what we're doing, and where we're going. In today's episode, we'll be talking to some freshman students who blew away the competition at the most recent high school Powder Puff football game last week during homecoming. And we'll have a sit-down with our high school athletic director, Keith Chrisnagel, and middle school athletic director, Jared Nichols. But first, let's meet our guests. Lila, Carmen, and Katie, freshmen at Patrick Henry Middle School, please take this opportunity to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Katie Carlson. I first started out at Bates Elementary, and then I went to Brownstown Middle School. Now I'm here at Patrick Henry. I haven't really been that involved with sports up until this year just because I've played hockey my whole life, so that took a big part of my life. But this year I'm playing golf and I really like it. It's fun.
Very cool, thank you.
I'm Lila Legacy. I went to Woodhaven Elementary School, then Brownstown Middle School, and now I'm at Patrick Henry. I started playing middle school basketball in 7th grade, and I'm going to play it again this year.
My name is Carmen Dumas. I went to Woodhaven Elementary School, and I went to BMS, then now I'm at Patrick Henry, and I did competitive cheer, sideline cheer, and track.
All right, fantastic, girls. Well, thank you for joining us today. What inspires you to get involved in athletics? Each one of you are involved in different activities, a wide variety of athletics. What's inspired you to get involved?
I've always really liked sports. I've always been very active. I've done a lot of sports my whole life. I just find it really fun. You meet a lot of new people. You make good friendships. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I've just been around sports my entire life. And I grew up with a bunch of boy cousins, so I just hung out with them a lot, and they got me into sports.
I just always wanted to do sports. I always wanted to try different things, so yeah.
Great. Well, the Powder Puff game, that's what we really want to talk about. It usually involves rivalry between grades and classes. Anything memorable happen out there on the field this year?
Yeah, against the juniors, they were talking a lot of smack to us on the line, and we were just look at the score, 24-0.
They were very aggressive. They did not like us at all. It was kind of hard to have in-school rivalry, just because we don't go to high school with them, so it was a little hard to have the in-school rivalry.
So who was your first game against?
The sophomores.
The sophomores first?
Yes.
What was the score of that game?
11-6. Yeah, 11-6.
Okay, so a close game.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you went on to play the juniors. And that was the one you were just talking about, but that ended up being
24-0.
24-0. Okay, and then so tell me about the game with the seniors.
It was a tight game the entire 30 minutes, and we ended up going into overtime, and we scored on our third try, I think it was.
I think it was our fourth try.
Third or fourth try.
Yeah.
And we stopped them, and we ended up winning. So that was really fun.
Very cool. Yeah. What was the highlight of the entire Powder Puff experience?
Probably during the senior game, I got the winning flagpole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. What was your highlight?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, it was just the energy with the girls and being a part of something like that. It was so much fun, and obviously winning was just so much fun.
Two important things about athletics, right? Being a part of a team and being successful.
My highlight was probably my field goal.
Yes, tell me about the field goal.
So we were 4th and long, and I play soccer, so I know I could kick.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Cam, we were practicing it one day at practice, and I realized I could actually kick a field goal. So I told Lucas that I wanted to try and kick it, and he let me, and it went in. It was adrenaline. It got it there. Yeah.
How long was that field
42
goal?
yards.
42 yards. All right, before we close out, anything else about Patrick Henry Middle School this school year, or your move to Woodhaven High School next school year? What are you excited about? Anything else you want to share before we close this out?
Yeah.
Okay. I've really enjoyed going here the past 2 years, but I am very excited to go to the high school and meet new people. Obviously, you're going to be with a lot more people there, and next year we're going to have the freshmen coming in, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Great.
Yeah, I agree with what she said. Like, just excited to go to the high school because it's just new experience.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go to the high school because, like Katie said, the ninth graders are coming too,
Mhm.
and I have a lot of friends in eighth grade right now. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, girls, I want to thank you for joining us today on the Warrior Way podcast. I know I speak for the entire Woodhaven-Brownstown School District community. We look forward to the very many positive contributions in the classroom and on the field of play over the next 3.5 years from you guys. So thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, that was fun talking with Lila, Carmen, and Katie from the freshman class at Patrick Henry Middle School. Our second segment today will feature our high school athletic director, Keith Christnagel, and our middle school athletic director, Jared Nichols. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. How about we start with Jared and then Keith? Introduce yourselves and give us a little bit of your background.
Hello, Jared Nichols. Was a longtime teacher, about 10, 11 years at Brownstown Middle School, teaching 6th and 7th grade. I've coached there and many different sports for the last 13 years in the district: football, swim, track.
Thank you, Jared.
I'm Keith Christnagel. I've been in Woodhaven School District for 22 years. I've been in education for 24 years total. I was the head football coach at Woodhaven High School for 21 years, and I coached college and high school before that for another 7 years. So I've been in coaching for 28 years, and look forward to working with the athletic department now.
Well, I appreciate both of you joining me today, but more importantly, I appreciate your leadership there in the athletic department. Keith, how about this time you go first? Talk to us about the importance and value of athletic participation.
Well, athletics is important because it's an integral part of the educational process because, you know, interpersonal skills are such an important thing that we don't always find in the classroom. And when you work with a team in a setting that's not academic, it creates skills that you need for the workforce and in future. It creates problem-solving skills and critical thinking. And athletic performance, it's about preparation and practice, which helps in the classroom. So
Great. Thank you. Jared, what do you think?
Essentially everything the same. Along with that, it's for the middle school level, it's a very integral time period where they're transitioning from a child to a young adult, and getting those reps, getting that participation, whether it's in game or in practice, it's very important for them to practice all those skills, and through athletics is a great way to do that.
Hey, Jared, for the last few years, we've really placed an emphasis on the importance of sportsmanship. Can you speak a little bit as to why that is important?
Yeah. Sportsmanship's extremely important to help the students transition into adulthood, ultimately. Fair play, respect for others, and it's been really emphasized to the students, the coaches, and the parents to be respectful, to show good sportsmanship towards each other, so that role transitions into the rest of their life.
Anything to add there?
I agree wholeheartedly with the respect and the self-control. Young adults are pretty emotional, and when games are going on, you have to control yourself and not lose, get aggravated, get angry if you lose. You have to show respect to your teammates, the officials, parents, the opposing crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have control when you do that because you represent, yourself in the school district, and we put a high standard on that for our athletes.
Fantastic. And we're trying to create this positive environment for everybody involved. And what I always like to emphasize is having respect for your opponent, having respect for the officials is at the top of that, level of importance, because without either of those, there is no sport. There is no contest. So therefore, the highest level of respect is deserved. Keith, will you give us a couple of highlights now that we're halfway through the fall season?
Well, our soccer team, through the regular season poll play, is finished second, and we played Carlson, which we lost to the week before, and we were able to beat them 2-1 on Monday. So next Monday we go to Etzel for the final of the regular season, and we tied Etzel 2-2 the last time we played them, so it should be a great game. Our golf team, our girls golf team, is undefeated in the league. We host regionals on Tuesday at
Is that at West Shore?
West Shore Country Club. Sorry, I get the two mixed up there. And it should be an exciting day. It's the first time Woodhaven High School has ever hosted a golf regional. So our cross country team is in Portage right now. They went for they're going to run there tomorrow. They currently the girls are ranked third in the region and the boys are ranked fourth in the region. The football team plays Carlson tonight. We're currently 2-4 in the league, and it's always a great game against Carlson because it's a rivalry game, so anything can happen. So we look forward to that tonight. Our tennis team finished in the league. They finished second. They were second in the regular season. They were 4-0-3, no losses, but Trenton had one more win where we tied 3 teams. And then in the league play the other day, we took second by 0.5 point. So, and then our volleyball team, we touch on that at the end? Or?
No, go right now.
Okay. Our volleyball team last night beat Etzel Ford. That made them 6-0 in the league. Up until that point, we hadn't lost a match within the sets. We had one last night. We lost the first one and then ended up going 3-1. So we lost only one match or one set in all the matches that we've done in the league so far. So it's been a very exciting fall.
Fantastic. Great. Jared, what kind of highlights can you provide us from the middle school teams?
With a focus on participation in the middle school, participation, exploration, discovery, we've had a lot of kids come out for the teams. Soccer had over 50 try out and 27 stay on. We had over 70 girls try out for volleyball, with 30 of them staying on. Over 80 kids on the football team between the 7th and 8th grade. Sideline cheer ended up keeping 30 girls on the team after tryouts, and we've had over 40 kids on the cross country team. The football team, 7th and 8th grade, are both 2-1 right now. A lot of great performances out of a lot of good kids out there. Soccer, currently we're 1-3, but a lot of good girls out there, a lot of good boys out there. Volleyball, 3-2. Both 7th and 8th grade, and soccer's 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, that's okay. Numbers like that, they almost invariably translate into future success. Keeping those kids engaged and enjoying the sport. That's fantastic. So next up is our winter season, and that can be somewhat confusing given the multiple dates that are there in the winter season. Jared, what would be important for students and parents to know regarding the upcoming middle school winter seasons?
The winter seasons, there's 2 different winter seasons. That's probably number one, the most important thing to know. We have boys basketball, 7th and 8th grade, starting. Tryouts will be that last week of October, that first week of November. Along with swim, will be starting at that same time. Competitive cheer will be starting that second week of November, on November 10th. But the wrestling season and the girls' basketball season doesn't start until January.
And where would parents and students go to get definitive information about tryout dates and times and other information that they would need if they wanted to participate in a winter sport?
I will be sending out an email to all the parents in the middle school level. The principals will also have that posted in their newsletters, and I believe we're going to have that information posted on our social media, and it should be on the website under the athletics tab.
All right, great. Keith, what do you want to share with your students and parents at the high school level?
Well, those are the students that did not get a physical yet, need to have a new physical from last year. It needs to be dated after April 15th of last year, so 2023. If it's not after that date, then you need to get a new one before coming to tryouts. So that's good to know before we get started. Now, in the winter, we have 3 dates. October 30th is the date that ice hockey can start practicing. So the tryouts for there will be October 30th. We'll have times and places that we'll put up on the website before that, and we'll have messages that we send out at the school and emails to the kids. The second date that we have is November 13th, and that is, November 6th is competitive cheer starts. Then the 13th, we have boys basketball and wrestling. Those 2 sports will start that. And then there's a stagger from some of the sports. So the girls basketball and the swim will start on November 20th. So as we work through the month of November, we'll be ending our fall seasons and starting. They usually get about a week break between the sports that overlap, and that way the kids get a little bit of a rest before they start the next sport. But we'll have that information out by November 1st for all the sports, the tryout dates and times, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Well, I want to thank you both for joining me today here on the Warrior Way podcast. Our athletic programs from the middle school level all the way up through varsity level is a tremendous source of pride for our students, our parents, our community, and it takes strong leadership. And I feel both you, Mr. Nichols, and you, Mr. Chris Nagel, are well suited to provide that leadership. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining us here today.
Thank you, sir.
As we close out our episode today that focused on Woodhaven-Brownstown School District athletics, I want to highlight the 2010 graduate Aaron Bailey, who was inducted into the Woodhaven High School Booster Club Hall of Fame on Friday, October 6th. Aaron played 2 years of varsity football at Woodhaven High School. In his career, he carried the ball 403 times for 3,398 yards with an average of 161 yards per game, and he scored a total of 48 touchdowns in his 2 seasons. He still holds the school record for yards and touchdowns. Aaron was All-State his senior year and All-Region both his senior and junior year. Aaron also excelled in track. He was a 2-time All-State in the 100 and 200 meter dash. He holds the school record still in the 100 meters with a time of 10:56 and the 200 meters with a time of 21:56. He was also a member of the 4x400 relay team, which still holds the school record there as well. Congratulations, Aaron Bailey, 2010 graduate and 2023 inductee into the Woodhaven High School Booster Club Hall of Fame. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode of The Warrior Way. We hope you found these conversations with our students and athletic directors interesting, informative, and inspiring. You can find the Warrior Way podcast where you listen to other great podcasts like on Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Sirius, and many others. It's also available on mywbsd.org and on rss.com. Thank you.